everyone. I'm Jenn Ghigna in Wichita Falls, Texas. I'm a real estate agent, and this is Andrew Wells with Cardinal Financial. And we're going to talk about the USDA loan. So many people do not know about this wonderful option and where to even begin with this. So if you're a home buyer and you're interested in living in a more rural community, please listen up because this is going to be some awesome news for you in helping to qualify to get that dream home on that acreage you're interested in.
Yes, USDA gets a bad rap. I think a lot of people just don't know. A lot of lenders don't know. Like always, contact a lender. Reach out early to see if you qualify. The reason being is there's some areas that we're going to have to check and make sure you're within these rural areas to be able to purchase. So that's the big thing. It's a loan that's specifically designed for a rural area, but the benefits is a 0% down payment, which is huge, right? If we can keep some money in your pocket, we want to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll get with you and say, hey, where are you looking to move? These are the areas you can stay within. The biggest thing on the lending side that we need to be aware of is income limits, which are going to be specific to the area that you or your client wants to purchase in. And number two is the debt to income ratios are just a little bit stricter compared to other types of financing. So we touched on in the other videos, the conventional, typically you can take a back end ratio, which is your monthly payment and your liabilities up to about 45, 50%. FHA goes to 56.9% in most cases. In USDA, it's going to cap your front and back end, ratio at about 43%. So that payment just has to make sure we fit you into that ratio. If you qualify with all those three items, then the USDA is right for you or your client. As far as contract structures goes, one of the most interesting parts of the USDA loan is if your appraisal comes in high, you can roll in your closing costs without an amendment. Yep. So we always try to push for that. We always qualify clients, letting them know their closing costs up front so they can be prepared. We never recommend you go in expecting that to happen. But in an instance where your appraisal does come in $5,000 or $6,000 high, you can roll in those closing costs into the loan amount.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yep.
So where should they start as far as finding a property that could qualify for USDA? What are the requirements for that?
Yes, so the USDA actually has a website. We will put the link at the bottom of this where you can go and see the areas which the USDA serves. So it's very simple. You go in and you put the address you're in. If it doesn't qualify, the address you're looking for doesn't qualify, it will show you the area nearest that does qualify. If you don't want to do that route, again, you can always check with your lender. He will check what area you're looking with, or I will, and we will let you know, hey, you need to stay within these areas to be able to purchase USDA financing.
Okay, fantastic. So I guess just if you're interested in, and can you do, because I don't know, I've only ever done one USDA loan ever. Are you able to build with the USDA loan?
You can build through the USDA loan as well. They have a specific program for that. It's still the same qualifications. You go through a rural area, it's still 0% down payment. But what's interesting with that is USDA actually writes and funds that loan. So if you're interested in doing that, still reach out to a lender because we will connect you and walk you through the steps on how to do that while giving you your regular USDA approval as well, just in case you find a home you like and you want to go after that.
Okay, awesome. Are there any, so you can do 0% down, which is magical.
Yes.
Now, let's go ahead and preface. When we do say 0% down, that just means your down payment. So because I had this conversation with all my VA buyers as well, because they're also a standard, 0% down. You can do that.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that doesn't come with any cost of purchasing a house. So
correct.
I will say something sometimes we have misconceptions on, or clients will. So for the state of Texas, we're going to have that option fee and that earnest fee. Will they be paying for the appraisal?
They will. There will be an appraisal. That's standard as well. And then you'll have your closing costs, right? So a closing cost is going to be an encompassing term for your title fees, whatever lender fees, whatever appraisal fees, which is typically $675. And then a big part of your closing costs are your escrow, especially if you're purchasing here in the state of Texas. It's a savings account for your taxes and your insurance. Taxes can be comparatively high compared to other states in the country. So we always recommend, again, get with your lender so he can give you an idea of those closing costs. And if you need to ask the seller to maybe pay for some of those and structure the contract in a way to where it's still a competitive offer.
Okay, awesome. And with a USDA loan, are you allowed to just pay your principal and your interest and do tax and insurance just annually. Is that an option with USDA?
They actually are required to still be escrowed.
They are.
So, yep,
Okay.
your monthly payment will consist of your principal,
full-
interest, taxes, and insurance on there.
That is what we call the pity, in
Yes,
case you guys don't know.
PITI.
It's a pity we got to pay that.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah, it's such a pity.
Yes.
Nobody wants that.
Yep.
We all want like a rich Uncle Carl or something.
Yep, go in and take care of it.
Love it.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So that definitely clears up, if you want to live in a rural community, you can still get an amazing loan program, 0% down.
Absolutely. And those rates are a little bit lower too on the USDA financing. They're comparable to VA. So if you can go the USDA route, we typically recommend it if you're looking in those areas.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew. And we will put all of his details down there. And then also just a reminder, so he's with a national company, so Cardinal Financial. So he has the ability, if you really just love him and want to work with him still, they would still process your loan and everything, but they're going to connect with you, the local lender, wherever, rural community that you're interested in living. And then also with me being with eXp Realty, we can also connect you with an agent that's similar to me as well. So if that is something you're needing, just reach out to us and we will make those connections and make sure that you're super well taken care of as if you were literally our own client, and you will be his client.
Yes.
Because he will be there through the whole process.
Yes, we handle the processing and the underwriting of your loan. We do tie in a loan officer in your area to help talk rates, but we take the reins from there and make sure we get you to the closing table in time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.